Wow. Good morning and good morning, Namba Bengaluru. And specifically, thanks a lot. It's a long holiday week. I don't know. A lot of people have flown into India from UiPath from outside. I don't know if you know this reality. Happy Lori, happy Mahara Shankranti, and Pongal Vartikal. So it's a phenomenal week. Thanks a lot for taking out time and joining. People would prefer to take a long weekend and enjoy. Trust me, the time that you're investing is extremely important for us and extremely invaluable. And each and every moment would be really beneficial for you in the times to come. Thanks a lot. So we have an amazing day here. I'm always passionate about universities and academics. It's how the world can evolve and world can be changed. It has created a lot of impact in what I have been doing. So thanks a lot for joining in the first ever academy summit that we have ever done across the world as far as UiPath is concerned. We'll be doing a lot of it across various geographies, and India takes a lead because of the significant uh, thrust. India always focuses on skilling, so we want to be a great part of this transformation that is going to happen. Again, welcoming you all. Okay, everybody knows the fact India is playing in the global economy. While the economy globally has grown through a lot of crises, some of the countries have been outperforming. India, in the last decade or two, has constantly been growing, outperforming by all parameters somebody can think of it. A lot of analysis has been done, but one thing that struck me was something that I read 2 days back. World Economic Forum did publish that by 2030, India would be the second largest economy in the world, overtaking America's. So I think it's not a simple achievement that they are predicting. A lot of people were for and against this statement, but that is the power this country is there to offer the world. And India has always been a powerhouse for creating talent and exporting talent and helping other countries be more competitive. It's not just about India. So it has a significant importance in the world's landscape. And the IT and BPM industry we are talking about is growing by all parameters. It's going to be north of $350 billion in another 8 to 9 years. It's not only about the IT BPM industry. The topic that we are going to speak today, UiPath, automation, robotic process automation, AI, this is applicable to every industry, including all the universities, all the colleges. We have a lot of clientele in this, more to come when people are going to speak about it. While India is a blooming economy, another interesting fact most of you would know is India has the world's youngest population and youngest working population. There are a lot of countries across the globe who have the problem of aging population, and they try very hard to be competitive. And for them to be competitive, they invest a lot in technology. For these technology and technology adoptions to take shape and make live, it's important that there is a stream of successful engineers and successful business people who go and drive this adoption. And India, with this kind of youth population, once skilled and once upskilled properly, they'll be able to do this transformation across all the countries. Around, I think, 2 months back, Indian government, or 3 months back, Indian government did sign a MOU with Japanese government to literally export around 1 lakh people in the IT industry to help Japan be competitive. So this is already happening. While this is happening, we wanted to ensure that the latest and cutting edge technologies, India does not miss the boat. So we need to create a new revolution for skilling India in this new and cutting edge technologies. India and our current Prime Minister has been focusing through multiple initiatives to do skilling program. While these skilling program crosses and spans across multiple industries, the technology innovation that is happening currently, I think India is still not up to the mark. We are investing a lot in artificial intelligence. We are investing a lot in some of other technologies. But I think the culmination of all these things, we are still a bit behind. UiPath really wants to take this opportunity to drive this massive change. And we want to be working together with most of the universities in India who are going to partner with us to help this country transform and this country change. What are the top 10 technologies that is changing the world. A lot of technologies we have heard, a lot of technologies come. If you have seen Gartner hype, there's a lot of technologies that come and that vanishes. But according to the prediction, some of these technologies are here to stay, and this is going to impact our everyday working. One of the technology that is going to touch across everyone is robotic process automation. What is robotic process automation? I don't know how many people have been speaking about it. Just can you raise your hands, people who know what is robotic process automation? Awesome, amazing. I think it's almost 70 to 80% of the people know what is robotic process automation, and that makes the life easy for us, right? When we talk about robotic process automation, we are going to have a session where we are going to explain to you what is robotic process automation. Since most of you know, in a nutshell, it's automation of repetitive tasks that we do day in and day out. That is the concept of robotic process automation. I'm not going to explain to you in detail. We have a session where our evangelist, Tejas, is going to literally walk you through what is robotics process automation and give some simple demos. While we speak about robotic process automation, this is one of the new technologies that has come up in the world in last 3 to 4 years. And this has been impacting all the industries across all the countries. There is no industry that is exempt from it. Every industry is adopting it at a lightning pace. And there are multiple analysts who are predicting the size of this. Someone says it is $10 billion, $20 billion. But as far as it's the addressable market, as far as robotic process automation is concerned, is almost $1 trillion economy, because we are focusing on the concept of efficiency. A small connotation that I can give is any business that is running in this world basically wants to be much greener. Their bottom line always have to be greener. The cost of operations is always very high. Robotic process automation is one technology which can directly impact the cost of operations and literally can optimize by 7 to 10% in span of 12 to 18 months. Almost all the robotic process automation projects yield a benefit of positive IRR. You get the return on investment less than 6 to 7 months. No other initiative in the world really does it. And for doing all these things, we need a lot of skills. And that's where we were alluding to, that we need to focus on upskilling and training all the people were part of this revolution. While we speak about RPA, what is UiPath? Our CEO is there today. I think he's going to briefly address you towards the end of the day. He'll be speaking more. We started our journey almost 15 years back, and we have been seeing tremendous amount of growth in last 4 years. We had gone through 3 rounds of funding so far. The latest round of funding that happened was in September 2018 that values us at around $3 billion. We are the #1 robotic process automation company globally. We are the fastest growing enterprise software company. We saw Bobby in the video. We are the fastest growing enterprise software company across all parameters. We also have amazing adoption of customers. In last 1 year, we have seen amazing amount of customers coming into our fold. We have more than 2,500 customers. This is 2,100. And these enterprise customers are all Fortune company. If you look at the Fortune 10, we'll be having 6 of Fortune 10 as our customers. If you look at Fortune 100, we have almost 60 to 70% of them as our customers. So all of these industries and all of these conglomerates literally understand the importance of robotics process automation. We are spread across almost 15 to 16 countries and 30 to 40 cities. We have more than 2,200 employees globally. It's a brief snapshot. And most importantly, the people who back us up. We have a fantastic board. And if you see the investors, we have Axel, we have Capital G. Capital G is the Google's arm. It was known as Google Capital earlier. Cleaner Parkins, CQR, Early Bird, Seedcam. These are some of the finest VC firms and PE firms that we can ever think of. They understand the importance of this, and they want to be associated with the #1 player in the world, and that's a backing that we get. Our platform, again, Tejas is going to cover. We have simplified the whole technology adoption by having simple view to the architecture. We have 3 core pillars. The first pillar is UiPath Studio. UiPath Studio, in the little parlance, is like a visual studio that you might be aware of in Microsoft. Studio is a developer edition which is used to create the robots. It is given to developers, it is also given to business people, and Studio will be able to understand your current business process, and it will be able to create workflow which will be deployed in the end station known as software bots. That's what Studio does. Orchestrator is our marquee edition, which is it's like a program manager in an industry where it'll be able to control all the robots that are currently working across all its sites. It'll exactly know what is working well, what is not working well, what needs fine-tuning, monitoring, measuring, insights. That's what Orchestrator bring to the table. Robo is what is there in action. It is something that is going to magically change the world. Again, Tejas is going to show how to create a robo, what is robo, is going to give some practical example. Our ecosystem. We have Dhruv, who will be speaking a bit later about our ecosystem and partners. This industry, we have been able to be successful because of the kind of partnership that we have been able to forge. If you look at the global partners, we have been able to literally work very closely with all the global partners, be it Big Four, PwC, KPMG, Ernst & Young, Deloitte, or all the top 10 IT companies globally, all the regional SIs, all the SIs, they have been very, very active in adopting RPA because they know it's a huge game changer. And these global regional SIs play dual role. Not only they focus on their own efficiency improvement, they have their employees upskill and they basically go and transform the customer's project. For most of you, it'll be familiar because these are the companies that are going to come to your campus who are going to look for talent. And they are always on active lookout for RPA talent because it is not available in the world. This is one of the niche talent that is required by most of this community. And we always have been focusing to ensure that there is sufficient amount of RPA talent available across the world and a sufficient quality talent from UiPath that is going to be available. So we focus on 5 pillars to make this a reality. We have something known as UiPath Community Edition. We were the first company to ever democratize the whole way of developing robots. Community Edition is a free to download, not for commercial use. Obviously, all the academics and institutions can download it freely. You will be able to create the bot. A lot of people in their individual capacity I have seen using the UiPath Community Edition and creating bots for the day-to-day need. One of our friends use it to actually work in the stock market and in their individual capacity till a particular threshold. A lot of examples are there for UiPath Community Edition. Community Edition also comes with a community forum. So when you get stuck or when you have some queries, when you want to seek help, the forum of UiPath, the UiPath Community Forum is readily available with a lot of FAQs, a lot of help that you need to traverse in this journey. Again, UiPath was the first company in RPA world to focus on democratizing by bringing all the content that we have to all the users across the world using UiPath Academy. UiPath Academy is literally loved by all the developers and business users across the world. There are multiple levels of certifications that are there. Once you get certified, you become a specialist in this arena, and you are really somebody whom the business world and the IT service providers would really want to work with. So UiPath Academy has been really making huge amount of change across the globe. India has been very high as far as UiPath Academy adoption is concerned. Again, we brought some innovation in 2018. One of that is UiPath Go. UiPath Go is a marketplace. Most of you would be familiar with Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UiPath Go is extremely similar. You and your students across the globe can create a solution in UiPath or create an activity in UiPath or solve particular problem in the industry. Create that, and you can upload this in UiPath Go. This will be certified, verified, validated, and certified by UiPath. And this can be utilized by downloaded instantly. It will come to UiPath Studio and can be used by all the customers that UiPath has globally. Again, there's a huge amount of demand for this. There's a high amount of adoption that we keep seeing. This is something that can be commercialized also by all of you. So UiPath Go is a platform for the talent that you have in-house. And UiPath Academic Alliance, that's what is bringing us to this particular table. While we wanted to do all of these things, we thought we will never be able to achieve the goal that we want to do without focusing on the academic alliance. So across the globe, we are forging multiple memorandum of understandings and partnerships and alliances so that we partner with you and we help your students to understand the importance of RPA, create incubation centers or create center of excellence, create R&D centers. We partner with you also to ensure that we create a fresh curriculum by which you can be up to speed. And we also have the program of train the trainers. So we will be teaching most of the professors in the university so that all of them get aware of what is UiPath. Academic Alliance is going to be very critical. I'm sure Alok is going to touch more about what are the fine tenets of this Academic Alliances program. This is amazing stuff that we are doing, and we are seeing huge amount of adoption. Already we have more than 400, 500 universities across the globe who wants to work very closely with us. Our commitment to India. Globally, in 2018, our CEO, in the month of, in the third quarter, he said that globally by 2022, we want to upskill and train 1 million students globally. So India has taken a lead by telling out of that 1 million globally that we want to do in 3 years, we have decided that UiPath as a company, leader in the RPA industry, along with all of you, we want to train 500,000 students, that is 5 lakh students. So big round of applause for it. I think it cannot be possible without all of you. And this 500,000 students, it's not a mere training. We'll ensure that they go through in-depth analysis, they go to the in-depth knowledge training of UiPath as concerned, and all of them become skilled and they mainly become employable. That is the core goal that we want to give. So this is a huge initiative that we are planning to do. And we have 2 key commitments that we want to do while we achieve this. And just passed away. The 2 key commitments that we wanted to do is, one is we want to advise and other is we want to focus on execution. What is that we want to focus on advising? We are planning to create, we are basically planning to create a technology advisory council. And this advisory council would be, I think, just give me a second, the slide is going away. Can you just go back to one more? Yeah. This advisory council has 3 key pillars. We are going to focus on technology advisory council, higher education advisory council, and talent advisory council. The technology advisory council is going to play the role of think tank. We have identified and we are very happy that Shanta from TCS has accepted to be part of this and lead this initiative for us. While technology advancements are happening, it's very important that we are able to put those technology advancements into action, into the business world, into the real life world. So Sanjay is going to focus and help us and guide us a lot on this. The Higher Education Advisory Council, we are very happy and grateful that Professor Deepak Garg has accepted to chair this. This is an extremely important focus that we will be having. This is an important commitment that we are going to go. This is going to focus on creating a lot of change across all the universities. Like we said, we will be focusing on creating the R&D centers jointly. We'll be focusing on creating the content, open source content. We'll be focusing on creating the lab. And Professor Deepak is going to play a very key role. While we focus on this, once the talent get upskilled, what to do. And that's where Vasudevan from TCS is going to help us, because it's very important the skills that we groom is relevant to the industry. So these 3 advisory bodies are going to be extremely critical. This is the first commitment that we are doing. The second commitment is, while we do this, how does the real adoption happen on the grounds? Again, we have split this into 3 parts. We are going to focus on automation literacy project. We are going to have UiPath Tech Days and automation in university program. When we say automation literacy project, we want to focus on how do we educate the teachers and how do we educate the students and how do we bring groups, working groups that can focus on innovation in this. We'll be having a lot of contests to promote interest among the young talent in India. We'll be having quiz and we'll be having multiple road shows to do it. UiPath Tech Day, we want to do as much coverage as possible as far as India is concerned. So we'll be focusing on doing a lot of road shows across multiple cities. We are going to start with 5 cities, but surely we want to go to all the tier 2 cities as well. Automation in university program, this is something that is very passionate to me. We did try it out in some of the universities across the globe. This has been really successful automation in university programs. We'll be focusing on skilling, reskilling, and how we can impact the ecosystem as a whole. So this is a very important program that will be driving in its entirety. We know universities is not only about the current students, you have the access to a lot of alumni database. I think that is going to be a key differentiator. So these are two important building blocks, the advisory council and the execution arm. How are we going to do adoption? While I speak about this, I would really, another element that UiPath brings to the table, which usually education institutions might or might not have access to, is the ecosystem. UiPath has access to a large partner ecosystem who are going to be a key differentiator in this whole adoption. We want to do this in a tri-party manner: UiPath, the partner ecosystem, and the universities. What does the partner ecosystem mean? I would really want to invite Dhruv from our team to focus and talk about what is the partner ecosystem and what is that he's driving across the globe and how it is going to impact India. Dhruv?
So, good morning, everybody. My name is Dhruv Asher. Okay, one more. Sorry. There it is. Okay, so my name is Raghu Subramanian. I run business development and technical alliances for UiPath. I live in Seattle, Washington, and it's great to be here today. And what I wanted to do is actually start off by this ecosystem slide. And what you'll see here is 78 companies are on this slide. What's impressive is in the last 2 months itself, we've added 25 logos to this. So we have a team across the globe that is working to recruit partners in AI, in BPM, in process mining. We're working with large strategic partners like Google, like Microsoft, like IBM, like Oracle. So, what we're doing by being an open and extensible platform, we're opening the ecosystem up. We're participating, our smaller companies, just take a simple one, Core AI is participating in the RPA growth. They're a chatbot provider, and they're participating in our growth along with the ecosystem. So what this means for you is when you graduate students, they can either work for us or they can work for our ecosystem. Our goal is to get to 200 partners by the end of next year. We're going to continue growing that. And there's a couple of ways we do that. So the first way I'm going to talk about is our ecosystem, our technology partner ecosystem. And I'm not going to read you through what this is, but what I want to talk about is some of the benefits of this ecosystem. And the first benefit you have is you get to leverage our global network. The second benefit you have is you get access to us. It's unfair access to integration support, to developers on our team will define the gives and gets of what we'll give you, and you know what you'll get from us as well. We also have a technology partner ecosystem for startups, designed for startups. There are requirements on here that are on our website today that we will waive for startups that actually can participate in the tech partner program. And why are we doing this? Because the demand is high. The demand from the industry is high to have a program that can scale, that can help our partners grow. We also give you really rich marketing benefits. So Bobby Patrick is here, and he has made a commitment to help those slides, the partners on the previous slide, get access to some of the marketing benefits that UiPath provides. And lastly, the second program that we have is a $20 million innovation fund. So my uncle Vijay is in the room as well, and he and I co-manage the Venture Innovation Fund. And what that is it's a $20 million commitment to our partners. We're the only RPA company that actually has a checkbook that's we're willing to spend to accelerate our partner ecosystem. We do it in multiple ways. We've targeted areas that we want to go invest in, whether it's AI, whether it's process mining, whether it's analytics, whether it's security, whether it's cloud. So those areas that Raghu covered in his presentation, those 10 areas, we're focusing on those same areas as well. The other thing we're doing is we've got we'll work with you. We'll work with you to understand what customer problems that we want to solve with you. So giving access to capital is one thing, but also giving you access to the customers is another thing. So if you're a startup, you're a big company, and you're trying to solve a difficult customer problem, we're there to work with you. So yesterday, I spent probably the day, Vijay and I spent the day meeting with companies in India, and that was very, very impressive. And we're making a commitment to come back twice, maybe 3 times a year to meet with the rich, vibrant ecosystem that India has produced in the last 10 years. So I'm around today. If you've got any questions, that's my last slide. Thank you so much.